This was on a 4th and 6, 4th and 6 downs, bro. You had me to a 3 and out, bro. Well, you almost had me to a 3 and out.
I don't know yet.
How you let me throw a bullet pass into that and then get away? Landis, what's up? No, I'm just playing with you. You decent. What's that up there for?
Get the cards closed.
GDOD, baby. What's that from?
When I used to play on Diamondbacks.
Huh?
When I used to play on the Diamondbacks.
Who signed it?
Huh?
Who signed it?
He said he used to play on bro.
Somebody signed it.
Biscuits, baseball player.
Oh yeah.
I better do that.
Come on, Landis, bro. You on air, bro.
Y'all, Isaiah don't know how to do this, y'all. Isaiah should my mom. Isaiah don't know how to do this.
Those are the plays they dream of. Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off.
So you white.
Let's
You
face it,
white.
that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Oh my God!
By Lambo.
No, ain't no offside. Rushing the quarterback. Get off my snow! No, give me my tablet. Give me my tablet. No, give me my
We
tablet.
looked at each other right away.
Throw
We
it
knew
up
that
here.
flag was coming out. And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but
Please.
you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
You know my stuff. My stuff. Go!
How did you miss that?
And that drives
Why?
insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still first down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Miles Jack coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
He'll drop to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. This will be from 49 yards out. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now he's going to throw deep right side and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Shreds the tackle. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Fletcher Cox forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Here we go. Let's go, let's go.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
They'll drop to throw. Escapes the defender. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards.
That was good coverage that was defeated by someone who just wanted the ball more, and it resulted in a big gain downfield.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. Back to throw now on 1st down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up fourth.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now a play fake here on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down to leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
It's hard to play in the NFL now as a running back and not catch the football as well. Jay Ajayi shows what you can do when you have both of those skills.
Good in space, isn't he?
He really is able to catch the ball, and he helps create blocks downfield. A lot of times that's what people miss. It's not just making other guys miss you. It's setting up guys to block those guys downfield with the moves you make, and Jay Ajayi does that very well.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcel Darius able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. They've really been able to contain Alshon Jeffrey. That catch a rare exception in this game.
And that's a feather in their cap because he's such a tone setter for his team on offense that they try and get him the ball early. And, of course, what comes after that is often. And for them to limit him and him not catch a ball until the second half, it's a big reason why his team is behind on the scoreboard.
The Eagles send out their punter now. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3 times on 4th down, but they're going once more. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's not even going to come close. A big loss in the wrong direction on 4th down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they have now gone for it on 4th 4 times, and they have converted no times.
I know we talk about analytics and how it's entered into the game, and there's a good percentage that says go for it. You will actually make a good percentage. In this case, the analytics just went right out the window. 0 for 4. They've got to start looking at things in a different way.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. This one complete to Niles Paul. Slips past him.
Where'd he go?
Touchdown, Jaguars. Niles Paul, 45 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails? Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Lambo to add on the extra point. Point after by Lambo, up and good. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it a 2nd down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Great.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he goes out right around the 39. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. On play action, they'll throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.